Welcome to Skedline. It's Wednesday, January 8th. I'm Sarah Taher, and here's what we have for breaking news. U.S. President Donald Trump says Iranian missile strikes on bases caused no casualties and damage was minimal. Iranian forces fired missiles at U.S. military bases in Iraq last night in retaliation for the killing of powerful Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, addressed a gathering of Iranians chanting "Death to America" earlier today and said Iran's attacks were a, quote, slap on the face to the United States. The supreme leader also said that U.S. troops should leave the region. Trump, in a press conference 2 hours ago, called on NATO leaders, France, Germany, Russia, and China, to quit the 2015 nuclear accord with Iran. Trump also said that the U.S. will impose economic sanctions on Iran. Ukrainian government says the country will suspend all flights through the Iranian airspace following the crash of a Ukrainian airliner last night. The Boeing 737, operated by Ukrainian International Airlines, had 176 passengers and crew on board before crashing a few minutes after taking off from Tehran's international airport. The plane crashed due to engine failure, killing all on board. Out of the 176 victims, 63 were Canadian. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau released a statement this morning saying, quote, "My thoughts are with all those who are mourning the loss of family members, friends, and loved ones." The Prime Minister is expected to give a press conference later today. People looking for information should contact Global Affairs Canada at 1-800-387-3124. Taking it to local news, Ontario Special Investigations Unit is investigating after a 28-year-old man was shot by Peel Police in Mississauga last night. Peel Police say undercover officers were investigating a vehicle in connection to a drug probe at around 7:30 p.m. Constable Sarah Patton told CP24 when officers tried to get the driver to pull over, the driver drove at them, causing an officer to fire multiple shots. The driver crashed into a garage of a townhouse unit on Southampton Drive near Winston Churchill and has been hospitalized in life-threatening condition. Now over to Mariana Belham for sports.
Thank you, Sarah. This is what's making news in sports. Raptors lost a nail-biter to Portland Trail Blazers last night. The depleted Raps was about to win when superstar Carmelo Anthony scored in the last 4 seconds. Kyle Lowry finished with 24 points and 10 assists for Toronto. Anthony scored a season high with 28 points and 7 rebounds. The final score was 101-99, causing the Raptors to fall to 24-13. Moving from the court to the arena, let's take a look at the Canadian team's performance last night. The Ottawa Senators fell to the Washington Capitals 6-1. Leading the way for the Caps was Alex Ovechkin with 2 goals. The Senators will play Friday against the Detroit Red Wings. The Vancouver Canucks lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning. The final score was 9-2. Harvey Hagen scored a hat trick, putting the Lightning ahead. The Canucks will now travel to Florida to play the Panthers tomorrow. The Montreal Canadiens continue their losing streak with 4-3 loss to the Detroit Red Wings. Franz Nielsen helped the Red Wings with 2 goals. The Canadiens will have another chance to win at Thursday game against the Edmonton Oilers. Finally, it was a good night for Calgary Flames. They beat the basement-dwelling Chicago Blackhawks 2-1. Elias Lindholm scored both the 2 goals. The Flames will play Thursday against Minnesota Wild. And for tonight, make sure to watch Toronto Maple Leafs take on Winnipeg Jets at 7:30. And now going on the field, the National Football League fans are excited for the playoffs this weekend. For Saturday, Tennessee Titans will play against the Baltimore Ravens, and the Minnesota Vikings will play against the San Francisco 49ers. For Sunday, the Houston Texans will confront the Kansas City Chiefs, and it will be a showdown between Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers at the Lambeau Field. The winners will advance to the conference championship game. Now, to our own backyard, the CCAA brought good news for our Humber Hawks last night. The women's basketball team is in 3rd place in the national ranking. And for the men's volleyball team, Hanks continue to be in 1st place. Let's cheer for both volleyball teams who plays against the Conestoga tomorrow. And for our news, entertainment news with Regina.
Thank you, Mariana. My name is Regina Yohana, and I'm bringing you entertainment news for today. iHeartRadio has released this year's list of nominees. Canadian singer Shawn Mendes is up for 7 awards. Mendes is one of the leading artists on the list alongside Billie Eilish, Halsey, and Taylor Swift. The show takes place at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles at the end of March. The author of Nation, Elizabeth Wurtzel, has died at age 52. She died after a long battle with breast cancer. Wurtzel was known as a notable author for opening a dialogue about clinical depression. The Canadian writer Anne Thorold tweeted her grief and gratitude. Thorold says that Wurtzel's Nation was very important to her at a certain point in her life. Moving on, billionaire Kylie Jenner has made a donation to the Australian wildfire relief after facing backlash on Instagram. Jenner posted her Louis Vuitton mink fur slippers after sharing her devastation over the animals being killed in the fire. Her sister Kim Kardashian took to Twitter to defend Jenner. Moving on to a local story, Canada's largest jackpot was sold in Brampton. The Lotto Max ticket is worth $70 million. The Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation says that this is the largest lottery prize in Canadian history. And that's it for entertainment news. Now back to Sarah Taher.
Thanks, Regina. That's all we have for news today. This is Sarah Taher for Skedline.